Hi, my name is Gabby, and this is a presentation for special education referral process. The school that I am currently student teaching at is Laurel Elementary Magnet School. It is in Brea. Um, the district is Brea Linda Unified School District, which is located in the city of Brea. I sat down and talked to the SST team, which is the student success team, and they talked me through the process of what it would look like to refer a student to special education. Unfortunately, they do not have a flow chart that I could follow, so I will talk you through mine. So we're going to begin here where it says special education, and if you look straight down, it says teacher concerns. So teachers will begin with observations and data collections. Teachers must begin interventions. RTA teachers can be seen. What this means is that a teacher has, already collected data from assessments that she has in her classroom, and she has concerns, or the teacher has concerns on a student. What their first step is to continue to observe the student and collect data. Classroom interventions should begin. The student is academically low, therefore needs to be in a small group, or if they need more support, they can do a one-to-one support where the teacher is going over what they have learned. The teacher can also provide RTI support inside the classroom and um, refer the student to be a part of the RTI group that meets with the RTI teacher. Um, if there is no progress, you can see the arrow going up where it says no progress. If the interventions are not working in the classroom, the teacher can now proceed to refer a student to an SS team meeting. And what the SST includes is the teachers from the school. There's administration, so an admin. At my current school, it could be the principal, or we have a teacher, a TOSA. Um, and the school psychologist is also a part of that team. I was told that the first time a student goes through the SST referral process, they are most likely not going to get assessed right away. So the next step from there is the SST team, the student success team, will look at the referral and see what the teacher has been doing in the classroom. They will look at the data collection, at the observation notes, and then they are going to come up with a great plan for the student. They are going to discuss different interventions that can be provided to the student and implement some goals into that. The next step for that student would be in 6 weeks, they will do a follow up where the teacher, again, is going to show data of what they have been doing if they are working on those current goals, the assessments that are being done. If there is progress, the student shows progress within those 6 weeks, they will most likely write new goals for that student. So that they can continue to work in those small groups, interventions in the classroom. Um, the team did mention that any progress, even if it's very slight, it's progress, and they are going to take that as a win. Now, if you look over to the other side, it says no progress. If there is no progress with the new interventions, the new goals that were set, the after those 6 weeks, the SST team will look at other determining factors, such as, is the student 2 years below grade level? Where are they academically? Have they been assessed before? Have they been referred to an SSS team before? Those are all things that they are going to consider when moving to the next step. Um, During this process, the team believes that intervention is very important and that students need to go through these interventions. They need to set goals for these students because they don't want to just immediately assess students. Um, but if the student is showing no progress, that is the next step. The next step after that is assessment. If no intervention has been working and all avenues have been exhausted, the team would recommend for testing. Again, this is only if all of the small groups, the one-on-one groups, the RTI groups are not working for this student. They will proceed to the testing, which is very long. And this will now include the special education team, which is there's two special education teachers on campus, an upper grade and a lower grade teacher, depending on what grade the student is who will do the testing. They then include speech and psychology, and the psychologist, well, she's already a part of it, but they will assess during this time as well. The top section says parent referral. So that is actually a fast track. Another way to get assessed for special education is through a parent concern. The parent can present their concerns through a written statement that they turn into the office and state that they um, want their child assessed for whatever reason they do. Then the team will have 60 days to respond. They will look at this request and see if it is determined that the student should be assessed. The team did mention that anytime a parent asks for a request, they really try to take it the other avenue. They ask the parent if they think if they are okay with doing interventions first, because they want to ensure that the student, again, is exhausting all these avenues. They're getting intense interventions, they're getting one on one intervention or small group with a teacher. Or they will present options such as a 504 plan. So, if the student has been previously diagnosed, the student can be presented with a 504 plan and not be assessed through the school. These are for students who are diagnosed with ADHD, anxiety, OCD. But if the parent is adamant and wants the student to be assessed, then the student will be assessed, and they fast track the whole process of teacher concern, no progress, SST referrals, and then 6 weeks after that, checking progress. But that is the flow chart and what has to happen before the student is referred to the special education assessment. And I can't stress this enough because the team told me that they are working very, very closely with teachers and ensuring that they are pulling students and doing small groups, because last year they had a very high caseload of students who needed to be tested because teachers were just referring them, right? And there wasn't much data. So after all these students were assessed, many of them did not qualify. And so this year they changed everything, and they are really pushing teachers to do small groups, and they are really pushing at least a year of data collection and observation. So teachers are really being held accountable this year because the fact that so many kids were referred to get tested, and that's not good for every child. Like the team mentioned to me, it's very important that we are ensuring that, there is no other determining factors to look at before we assess, because these assessments are very, very lengthy. I'm actually in the middle of assessing a student for a triannual with my master teacher, and it takes a long time. And trying to pull a student at the correct time it's hard. So they mentioned that they really are requiring teachers this year to have at least a year or two of data to back up their referrals. And that is it. That is our flow chart for special education referral. Thank you.